Hello class, I'm here to talk to you about this past year or this past semester and to show you something that I also learned. And let's start by saying that I really enjoyed taking this course, and it was challenging but yet fun, and I learned a lot of new different ways to write and to get a different perspective on things. And so I'm ready to show you what I learned. Okay, so one big thing I really enjoyed learning was summary versus analysis, and you have to know the definition between the two. So, defining summary. Summary would be your basic retelling a story or retelling what you already know. So let's use the example green eggs and ham. So an example of summary would be green eggs and ham is about a guy who is trying to get another guy to try green eggs and ham, but the guy won't try it. He's trying to do it in different places and he still won't try it. So basically you're telling your audience the whole story all over again. So that's basically the sum of it, but I don't really know how else to say that. It's just what I like to think of summary is just retelling everything that happened, like acting like your audience doesn't know the story at all. So that's summary. Okay, and with an example of analysis, that is totally different, and it is something that I also learned just this past semester. So, example of analysis would be like an argument or an opinion about anything. So in this case with green eggs and ham, an example of analysis would be nobody likes green eggs and ham, or nobody likes, let me see, an argument could be nobody eats food from a stranger. That's just like your own opinion, and it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a certain thing, and that's just what you think. And so you take an analysis of something and you take your own opinion and you argue it. So it's not summarizing at all. It's not saying this guy is gonna give this other guy green eggs and ham here and there and here and there and telling the whole story. It's saying nobody likes getting food from a stranger, and then you argue that because, and whatever your reason could be. So analysis is definitely something that is important, I think, in writing, because it gets your own opinion and it gets your perspective on things. So it doesn't matter what the story is about, it's like how you interpret the story and say, this is what I think. Or after reading a story and thinking like maybe what the author's trying to get across. So when you write an analysis on something, it doesn't have to be fact, it just has to be your own opinion, and then you go from there. So I would say summary versus verse analysis was a really big, important thing that I learned this past course, because I never knew it before, and I usually just go off of what I know, and before I would write my essays and just like retell everything, and then like sometimes I would get lost in summarizing a paper and I wouldn't get full credit for it. So now that I know how to analyze something, it's easier to write papers, and it's easier to look at different perspectives, like not getting what everyone knows and getting what you think out of the story. And Also, reading other people's analysis is a lot of fun, I think, because it makes you think outside the box and see what other people think about what they read, because not everyone has the same mind. And so that is something that I learned this course, and I hope you get the gist of it. And that's about it. So thanks.